The quantum reality of wealth already exists, you just need to align your vibration. What if I told you that the wealth you desire already exists? Not as a future possibility, not as something you need to create or build or work toward, but as a present reality that exists right now, in this moment, in the quantum field of infinite possibilities. What if the only reason you're not experiencing that wealth in your physical reality is because you're not vibrationally aligned with it? This isn't motivational speaking. This isn't positive thinking. This is quantum physics applied to wealth creation, and once you truly understand this, your entire relationship with money will transform forever. Here's the fundamental truth that changes everything. Wealth is not created. Wealth is perceived. Let that sink in for a moment. You're not creating abundance from nothing. You're not manifesting something that doesn't exist. You're tuning your consciousness to perceive and experience a reality of wealth that already exists in the infinite quantum field. Think of it like a radio. All the radio stations are broadcasting simultaneously right now. They all exist in the airwaves around you, but you only hear the station you're tuned to. You're not creating the music. You're not making the station exist. You're simply adjusting your receiver to match the frequency of the station you want to experience. Your consciousness works exactly the same way. There are infinite realities existing simultaneously in the quantum field right now. There's a reality where you're struggling financially. There's a reality where you're comfortable. There's a reality where you're wealthy. There's a reality where you're abundantly rich beyond your current imagination. All of these realities exist right now as quantum possibilities. The reality you experience is simply the one you're tuned to through your vibrational frequency. And your vibrational frequency is determined by your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and identity. Change your frequency, and you literally change which reality you perceive and experience. This is not metaphor. This is not philosophy. This is documented quantum mechanics. In quantum physics, the observer effect demonstrates that the act of observation affects the physical reality being observed. Electrons behave differently when they're being watched versus when they're not. The observer literally influences the outcome. Your consciousness is the observer. Your sustained attention, belief, and emotional state determine which quantum possibility collapses into your physical experience. You are not a passive receiver of reality. You are an active creator of reality through the frequency of your observation. Most people go through their entire lives completely unaware of this. They believe wealth is something external that they need to chase, earn, or deserve. They believe they're at the mercy of the economy, their boss, their circumstances, their past, their education level, their connections. They believe wealth is scarce and difficult and reserved for the lucky few. And because they believe these things, because they observe reality through this filter, this is exactly what they experience. They're tuned to the frequency of lack and struggle, so that's the reality they perceive. And then they point to their experience as proof that their beliefs are true, never realizing that their beliefs created the experience in the first place. But here's what's fascinating. You can change the channel at any moment. Right now, in this moment, you can begin tuning yourself to a different frequency. You can begin observing a different reality. And as you consistently maintain that new frequency of observation, your physical reality will reorganize itself to match. This isn't magic. This isn't wishful thinking. This is how quantum reality works. The field responds to the observer. You are the observer. Your frequency determines what you observe. What you observe becomes your reality. Let me give you a concrete example of how this operates in real life. Two people can work in the exact same company, in the exact same role, with the exact same salary. One person observes lack. They focus on how the salary isn't enough, how expensive everything is, how they're falling behind, how unfair the system is. They feel stressed, anxious, resentful. They're tuned to the frequency of scarcity. The other person observes abundance. They appreciate having steady income, they notice opportunities to increase their value, they feel grateful for what they have while expecting more, they see possibilities everywhere. They're tuned to the frequency of wealth. Within a year, these two people will have completely different financial realities, even though they started in the identical situation. The first person will likely still be in the same position, possibly worse off, constantly experiencing circumstances that confirm their scarcity frequency. The second person will have received opportunities, promotions, side income streams, or new positions that dramatically improved their financial situation. Not because they're luckier or more talented, but because they're tuned to a different frequency, observing a different reality, and the quantum field responds accordingly. This is why affirmations and vision boards and positive thinking alone don't work for most people. They're trying to change their reality without changing their frequency. They're saying, "I am wealthy," while feeling poor. They're visualizing abundance while believing in lack. They're tuned to 98.5 FM of scarcity while trying to hear the music from 101.3 FM of abundance. It doesn't work that way. You can't perceive a reality you're not aligned with. You can't experience a frequency you're not broadcasting. The quantum reality of wealth already exists. It's not coming in the future. It's not dependent on your next business idea or job promotion or lucky break. It exists right now, fully formed, waiting for you to tune into it. Your job is not to create it. Your job is to align your vibration with it. And alignment isn't complicated, but it does require understanding and consistent practice. You need to shift your identity, your beliefs, your emotional state, and your perception to match the frequency of the wealthy reality that already exists for you in the quantum field. Think about wealthy people you know or admire. They're not inherently different from you. They don't have special abilities you lack. They're not more deserving or more blessed. They're simply tuned to a different frequency. They observe reality through a different filter. They have different beliefs about what's possible, different expectations about what they deserve, different emotional relationships with money. And because of that different frequency, they perceive and experience a different reality. A reality of wealth that exists for everyone but is only experienced by those who are vibrationally aligned with it. Here's the profound implication of this understanding. You don't need to figure out how wealth will come to you. You don't need to have all the answers or the perfect plan. You don't need to see the entire path. You just need to align your the 5 components of your vibrational frequency. Now let's go deeper into understanding what vibration actually means and how your specific frequency determines which reality you experience. Because most people use the word vibration without truly understanding what it is or how to consciously shift it. Vibration isn't just a metaphysical concept. It's a measurable electromagnetic frequency generated by your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and physiological state. Every cell in your body is vibrating. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field that extends several feet beyond your body. Your brain produces measurable electrical activity. You are literally a broadcasting system, transmitting a specific frequency into the quantum field every moment of every day. Your vibrational frequency is determined by 5 interconnected components. Understanding each of these components gives you the power to consciously shift your frequency and align with the wealth reality that already exists for you. Let's break down each component so you can see exactly where you are now and what needs to shift. The first component is your thoughts. Every thought you think generates a specific frequency. Thoughts of lack, worry, doubt, and fear generate low, slow, dense frequencies. Thoughts of possibility, certainty, appreciation, and abundance generate high, fast, light frequencies. The quality and content of your thoughts matter enormously because you think between 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day, and those thoughts are constantly broadcasting into the field, constantly influencing which reality you're tuned to. Here's what most people miss. It's not just about thinking positive thoughts occasionally. It's about the dominant pattern of your thinking throughout the day. If 90% of your thoughts are focused on problems, limitations, and what you don't have, then that's the frequency you're broadcasting most powerfully, regardless of the 10% of positive thoughts you're trying to add. The second component is your emotions. Emotions are even more powerful than thoughts because emotions are the language of the body, and your body is a more powerful transmitter than your mind. When you feel fear, your body generates stress hormones, your heart rate becomes irregular, your electromagnetic field contracts. When you feel joy, gratitude, or love, your body generates beneficial hormones, your heart rate becomes coherent, your electromagnetic field expands. The quantum field responds more powerfully to your emotional frequency than to your thoughts, which is why you can think positive thoughts all day, but if you're feeling anxiety or unworthiness, you'll continue to experience lack. Your emotions are literally chemical signals that tell every cell in your body what reality you're living in. If you're feeling stressed and fearful about money, your body believes you're in danger, which activates survival mode and broadcasts the frequency of scarcity into the quantum field. The third component is your beliefs. Beliefs are thoughts you've thought so many times that they've become automatic programs running in your subconscious mind. Your beliefs create filters through which you perceive reality. If you believe wealth is difficult, you'll literally not see opportunities that exist right in front of you because your perceptual filters screen them out. If you believe you're not good with money, you'll make decisions that confirm that belief. Your beliefs don't just influence your reality, they determine which reality you're capable of perceiving. This is why two people can look at the exact same situation and see completely different possibilities. They're observing through different belief filters, which means they're tuned to different frequencies. Your beliefs operate mostly in your subconscious, which means they're running automatically without your conscious awareness, broadcasting their frequency constantly. The fourth component is your identity. This is the deepest level of your vibration. Your identity is who you believe you are at your core. Are you someone who struggles with money? Are you someone who's comfortable but limited? Are you someone who's naturally abundant? Your identity creates boundaries around what you believe is possible for you and what you expect to experience. Your identity generates a consistent baseline frequency that your thoughts and emotions fluctuate around but rarely transcend. This is why identity-level transformation is so critical. You can change your thoughts and emotions temporarily, but if your core identity remains unchanged, you'll always gravitate back to your baseline frequency. Think of identity as your default setting. No matter what you consciously try to do, you'll keep returning to this default unless you consciously change it at the root level. The fifth component is your physiological state. This is the component most people completely overlook, but it's absolutely critical. Your nervous system state, whether you're in sympathetic activation, fight, flight, freeze, or parasympathetic activation, rest, digest, connect, directly determines your vibrational frequency. When your nervous system is in survival mode, you're generating the frequency of lack, danger, and scarcity, regardless of what you're consciously thinking. When your nervous system is in safety mode, you're capable of generating the frequency of abundance, possibility, and expansion. You cannot access high vibrational states from a dysregulated nervous system. This is why practices like breathwork, meditation, and somatic regulation are not optional. They're fundamental to shifting your frequency. Your body is the instrument through which your consciousness broadcasts. If the instrument is out of tune, if your nervous system is dysregulated, then no matter what frequencies you're trying to broadcast with your mind, the signal coming from your body will be distorted. Understanding these 5 components gives you tremendous power because you can now consciously work with each level to shift your overall frequency. But here's what's crucial to understand. These components are interconnected and interdependent. Your thoughts influence your emotions. Your emotions affect your nervous system. Your nervous system impacts your thoughts. Your beliefs filter all of the above. Your identity determines the range of all these components. This means you can't just work on one level and expect lasting transformation. You need to address all 5 levels simultaneously to create coherent frequency shifts that actually collapse new realities. Let me explain what happens when you're misaligned with the frequency of wealth. You're essentially trying to perceive a reality that you're not tuned to. It's like trying to watch Channel 7 while your television is set to Channel 3. No matter how much you want to see what's on Channel 7, no matter how hard you try or how deserving you are, you simply cannot perceive it because you're not aligned with its frequency. This is why people can work incredibly hard, have great intentions, be good people, and still struggle financially. They're not aligned with the frequency of wealth, so they cannot perceive or experience the wealth reality that exists in the quantum field. What does misalignment look like practically? It looks like constantly worrying about money while saying you want abundance. It looks like feeling unworthy or guilty about wealth while trying to manifest it. It looks like making decisions from fear and scarcity while visualizing prosperity. It looks like having a nervous system in chronic stress while affirming peace and plenty. It looks like identifying as someone who struggles while hoping for breakthrough. These are all examples of frequency misalignment, and misalignment creates static, interference, and distortion in your signal. The quantum field receives a mixed, unclear frequency and responds with mixed, unclear results. You might manifest small amounts of money inconsistently, or opportunities that almost work out but fall through at the last minute, or brief periods of abundance followed by collapse back into scarcity. This inconsistency is the signature of misalignment. Alignment, on the other hand, is when all 5 components, thoughts, emotions, beliefs, identity, and physiology, are broadcasting the same frequency. You're thinking thoughts of abundance. You're feeling emotions of wealth and worthiness. You believe prosperity is natural and available to you. You identify as someone who is inherently abundant. Your nervous system is regulated and in a state of safety and expansion. When all 5 components align, you become a powerful, coherent broadcaster. Your signal is clear, strong, and consistent. The quantum field receives an unmistakable frequency and responds by collapsing the matching reality into your experience rapidly and consistently. This is why some people seem to manifest effortlessly while others struggle despite tremendous effort. The effortless manifestors have achieved frequency alignment, often without consciously knowing that's what they've done. All their internal components naturally broadcast the same frequency, so they perceive and experience the reality that matches that frequency. The people who struggle are working against themselves. Part of them wants wealth while another part fears. Assessing your current frequency. Where are you now? Before you can shift your frequency to align with wealth, you need to understand exactly where your frequency is right now. Most people have never done this assessment honestly, and that's why they keep getting the same results year after year. They think they're aligned with abundance because they want it and occasionally think about it, but their actual frequency, the one they're broadcasting consistently, is still tuned to lack and limitation. So let's do a deep, honest assessment of your current vibrational state across all 5 components. Start with your thoughts. For the next 24 hours, pay attention to your automatic thoughts about money. Not the thoughts you try to think, but the thoughts that arise spontaneously when you check your bank account, when bills come due, when you see something you want to buy, when you hear about someone else's success, when you think about your financial future. What's the dominant tone of these thoughts? Are they hopeful or worried? Expansive or contracted? Abundant or scarce? Most people discover that their automatic thought patterns are overwhelmingly negative when it comes to money, even if they consider themselves positive people in other areas of life. Write down the recurring thoughts you notice. These are programs running in your subconscious that are broadcasting constantly. Now assess your emotions. What do you actually feel when you think about money? Not what you want to feel, but what you genuinely feel right now. Do you feel excited and eager, or anxious and stressed? Do you feel worthy and deserving, or guilty and undeserving? Do you feel abundant and grateful, or lacking and resentful? Be brutally honest here because self-deception at this level will sabotage everything. Your emotions are your most powerful frequency transmitters, so if your emotional state around money is predominantly negative, fear, anxiety, frustration, unworthiness, anger, desperation, then that's the frequency you're broadcasting most powerfully, regardless of what you consciously want or what affirmations you're repeating. Next, examine your beliefs. This requires going deeper than surface level because your most powerful beliefs are subconscious. Ask yourself these questions and notice the first answer that comes up, before your conscious mind can censor it. Do I believe wealth is easy or difficult? Do I believe I'm naturally good with money or naturally bad with it? Do I believe wealthy people are generally good or generally corrupt? Do I believe there's enough for everyone or that resources are scarce? Do I believe I deserve significant wealth or just enough to get by? Do I believe money will make my life better or create more problems? The answers that arise immediately, before you have time to think about what you should believe, reveal your actual subconscious programming. These beliefs are creating the perceptual filters through which you observe reality, and therefore determine which reality you're capable of experiencing. Now let's look at your identity. Complete this sentence without thinking, I am someone who. What comes after that when you're being completely honest about your relationship with money? Are you someone who struggles? Someone who's comfortable but limited? Someone who's abundant? Someone who's unlucky with money? Someone who has to work hard for every dollar? Someone whom money flows to easily? Your identity is the story you tell yourself about who you are, and that story creates the boundaries of your reality. If your core identity is, I am someone who never has enough, then no amount of positive thinking will overcome that identity-level programming. You'll unconsciously create circumstances that confirm your identity because your ego's primary job is maintaining consistency of self, even if that self is suffering. Finally, assess your physiological state. This is about your nervous system. Throughout your day, especially when you think about money or deal with financial matters, what happens in your body? Does your breathing become shallow? Does your chest tighten? Do your shoulders tense? Does your stomach clench? Do you feel activated, anxious, or on edge? Or do you feel calm, grounded, and open? Your nervous system state determines whether you're broadcasting from survival mode or thriving mode, and you cannot align with the frequency of wealth while broadcasting from survival. If your body consistently responds to money with stress activation, you're generating the frequency of scarcity at the most fundamental biological level, which overrides any mental or emotional work you're trying to do. Here's a powerful question to sit with. What frequency am I broadcasting? So here's where you are right now. You've just completed the most important assessment of your financial life. You now see clearly, perhaps for the first time, exactly what frequency you've been broadcasting and why you've been experiencing the financial reality you have. This awareness is your greatest power because you cannot transform what you refuse to see. The gap between where your frequency is now and where it needs to be isn't a problem, it's simply your roadmap. Every misaligned thought is an opportunity to choose differently. Every scarcity emotion is a chance to calibrate higher. Every limiting belief is waiting to be updated. Every contracted identity is ready to expand. Every dysregulated nervous system moment is an invitation to find safety. The quantum reality of wealth already exists, broadcasting at a specific frequency, and now you know exactly what needs to shift within you to align with it. Your current results don't define your future, your commitment to alignment does. The wealth you desire is not somewhere far away in the future. It's right here, right now, in the quantum field, waiting for you to become the observer who matches its frequency. You have everything you need to make that shift. The only question is, will you choose alignment every single day until the wealth reality collapses into your physical experience? The power has always been yours. The reality already exists. Now go align with it.